Would you be surprised if I told you that the number of steps you take each day is just as important as your blood pressure and heart rate? For centuries, heart rate and breathing rate have been accepted as signs that reflect a person's health status. Around the mid-17th century, body temperature was also added, and by around the 1900s, with the widespread availability of sphygmomanometers, blood pressure became another officially accepted vital sign. There were even attempts to include pain as a vital sign, but because it varies so much from person to person, it was later removed. Now there are proposals that daily step count should also be considered a vital sign that reflects a person's overall health. So, let's think about it. If you define vital signs strictly as signs that indicate whether a person is alive or not, then yes, heart rate and breathing rate are the main focus. A person literally cannot survive without a heartbeat or without breathing, right? But if we define vital signs as important indicators that reflect a person's health status, then daily step count is just as meaningful as temperature and blood pressure. The vital signs we traditionally measure, heart rate, respiratory rate, blood pressure, and temperature, are globally accepted as important for assessing health. If one of these goes wrong, it helps us detect illness early. But they are not very good at reassuring us when nothing is wrong. They only show abnormality, not normalcy. With the rise of smartwatches and health tracking devices that can accurately measure step count, daily step numbers have earned their place as the fifth vital sign. For a person to walk well, both the body and mind must be in good condition. Walking requires healthy nerves, a stable spine, functioning muscles, and strong heart and lungs. But it also requires good mental health, emotional stability, and motivation. So, if a person's step count suddenly decreases significantly, it may be a sign that one of these systems isn't doing well. Some critics argue that step count is dependent on a person's motivation and therefore shouldn't be a vital sign. But this is actually its strength. Step count doesn't just reflect physical health. It also reflects mental health, emotional state, fatigue levels, and overall energy. These things matter just as much for well-being. Others might say vital signs like heart rate and blood pressure aren't controlled by choice, so step count isn't comparable. But think about it. Heart rate and blood pressure still change based on what a person is doing, their emotional state, and their environment. For example, while the normal heart rate range is 60 to 100, athletes may have resting rates of 54 to 55. If we are to consider step count as a vital sign, we'll eventually need standard reference ranges. But this won't be difficult. Millions of people already use smartwatches and health trackers, providing huge amounts of data to help establish meaningful standards. The professor who proposed this idea has worn a Fitbit since 2018 to monitor his own health. Now at age 92, he has been able to look back at periods when he wasn't well, and his step count consistently dropped before and during illness. This reinforces his belief that step count is a simple, measurable indicator that deserves to be the fifth vital sign. This video is created based on latest articles in medicine, and I'll continue sharing more health-related insights, so please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to know the health benefits of walking daily, check out the video currently on your screen.